everybody, my name is Light of Hand, and today I'll be taking a look at the announcement made by Cubicle 7 for what projects they have coming for Fantasy Roleplay Warhammer 4th edition. Now it's actually Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay, guys, I know, sorry for the way I pronounced that at the beginning. Okay, so guys, I've actually done this video the day after. I'm kind of happy I did, because I made another announcement today, but I'll get to that closer to the end of the video. Okay, so again guys, I just want to point out, this is what I think may be coming with some of these things. So you could completely think something different. Please let me know in the comments down below. Let me know in the comments down below if you agree with what I'm saying. I would like to know. Also, sorry for how long it's taken me to release a video. I've kind of been a bit, some family issues happened. I lost a family member. I'm not going to go into too much, and I apologise for how long it's taken me to release a video. Okay guys, so let's begin. Now the first project that they did promise us a few months ago, but let's be honest guys, since the COVID-19 Corona-19's happened, it's kind of everything's gone up in the air with everyone. I was hoping for the GM screen by now. I was hoping for the Enemy Within Shadows, which is basically Shadows of Bogdanarfen in my eyes, and Mistaken Identity with the compendium by now. But let's be honest guys, it's not, everything's not going to be back to normal just yet. Right, so let's begin. The Enemy Within, Death on the Reich. The campaign continues with Death on the Reich and its compendium volume. The events of Bogdanarfen, and perhaps Bogdanarfen itself, are but a memory as our characters explore the opportunities offered by the rivers and canals of the Empire. Death on the Reich will see its digital release quite soon, and we'll be sharing some layout previews very shortly. Now that to me says brilliant. I'm really happy about this, because I really want this. Not just that, because if I remember, the compendium was meant to have a bestiary for river creatures as well, so that interests me straight away. And how good the compendium was for the first part of the campaign, I'm really looking forward to seeing what they do with this one. Again, obviously this book's going to contain the next part of the Enemy Within campaign. I reckon it's going to have rules for river travel, obviously, like the last compendium had rules for road wardens, toll gates, and many other things. It also had rules for chaos magic. So again, I'd like to see what they do. Even if we just get some rules, maybe upon the gods, some of the gods of the rivers that the Empire have. I believe the Empire actually have a minor, some villagers that worship the River Reich itself. So again, I'd like to see what maybe information comes with that. Also, I'd like to point out, guys, that the order they have this in doesn't mean this is what's definitely going to be coming released in this order. So I just want to point that out now. It says this right at the bottom of the page. Okay, so the next bit down on the list is the Enemy Within, Power Behind the Throne. There's not much information they've released about this. This is set within Middenheim, I believe, if I can remember version 1's correctly. But I don't want to say too much because, you know, spoilers, sorry. That there may be some people here who haven't actually played the first version, and so it's their first time playing it. I believe there's going to be a lot of changes though, so I'm not 100% sure. So again, it continues the campaign. I believe the compendium is going to be the Midlands, but then from there I wouldn't know where it's going to go with it. So I'm thinking, I reckon we'll see a bit more bestiary, probably of beastmen. And my only reason why I'm saying that is that the Midlands actually has quite big, it's known for having a few nests of beastmen and stuff like that. So I'd kind of be interested in seeing where they go with that. What else? I'm not sure. I thought originally we were going to get Middenheim as a part of the compendium, but they're releasing their own source book for it. Again, titled exactly the same as the old book, City of the White Wolf. I'd like to see what they do with it though. I'm very interested, I'm not going to lie. So I'm still not 100% sure what else would be there. Maybe starting a character as a Midland. Characters of a Reichland, that could be interesting. Maybe 1 or 2 careers just for Midland characters, not Reichland characters. So again, I wouldn't know where to go. Tell me in the comments what you think, guys. What you think the compendium will hold. And then again, as I was just about to say, and that the next one down on the list is Middenheim, the City of the White Wolf. An updated sourcebook of Ulrich's chosen city, packed with new content, which will include a section detailing the political situation of the city both before and after the events of Enemy Within. See, that interests me, so I'm not too sure. You know, I've got some guys that I GM for. I'm very interested in running the Enemy Within with. But we're also talking about doing, if it finishes, starting all over again and doing maybe the Ubersreik Adventures. I'll be coming back to something about that in a minute. Or if we get further ahead of the books, we haven't actually started yet because of the virus. We're in lockdown at this minute. I suppose we could play over online, but at this minute, me and my mates prefer playing face to face. So I kind of like that. Again, I'd like to see where everything is at that point. Sorry guys, I'm just about to take a small bit of my drink. I'd like to see where it goes from there. I'd like to see what else is in this book. Apart from just for the city and what other little things we may actually see. A bit like the starter set, we've got a couple of new creatures. Like the Dusser Runner, Doppelganger and Rat Swarm. So I'll be interested in like what comes with Middenheim. Maybe some new gear as well, maybe some new herbs. So yeah, again, I'd like to know sort of like not just the city itself, but what other little new content will come with it. Let me know in the comments down below. I'd also like more, actually, one of the obvious choices would be the religion. The religious side, the Ulrich religion itself. Expand upon that, maybe have like Knights of the White Wolf, some information upon them. I think that would be kind of good. Maybe also talk about some other bits and maybe some other Templars that are part of Ulrich. Again, let me know in the comments down below, guys. Again, that's something I think that could be in that book. Then it continues with the Enemy Within. Now, this is a new book because the original 4th book was Something's Rotten in Klizav. This set, which again will be the adventure and the compendium. Now the compendium really interests me for this one, just because of the title. The Horned Rat. That says to me that the adventurers are going to obviously meet Skaven. Now we don't know where, we don't know what city. It could be in Middenheim, it could be in Altdorf, it could also be in one of the other cities. I have my suspicions where it's going to be, but I don't want to say that because it could be a spoiler. So I don't want to say. But the compendium obviously is going to be about Skaven. And I think we might even get some Skaven magic. We're going to get, I think, maybe some stuff on Warpstone. Because how close Skaven are to that. You know, obviously the Chaos is. But Skaven as well. You know, their experiments, what they do it for. I think we're going to get a larger beastry for Skaven. I do think the compendium will literally be a Skaven source book, but I could be wrong. That might be something they want to do later. It could just be a small part dedicated to the Skaven. But I do really feel like this will be a source book for Skaven. I could be very wrong. Tell me in the comments down below, guys, what you actually think. I'd like to know. Then another book, but then it actually says working title, sorry, is for Altdorf, the capital of the Empire. Again, it's exactly like Middenheim. It's a complete Warhammer Fantasy roleplay sourcebook for Altdorf ever created, detailing its many important NPCs, locations, and the political circle and the issues that drive the Sigmar city itself. Again, straight away, easy to also be a source book for the Sigmarians. Straight away, you could expand upon their blessings, maybe even their miracles. Obviously, this could also be a good book to talk a little about the colleges of magic. Obviously, not expanding upon that, and I have my reasons why in a second, guys. Further we go down, but I think that would be kind of cool, just to get to know that sort of stuff. Elsewise, I'm not too sure. Maybe some jobs within the city, maybe like a sewer jack or something like that. But then that's basically a rat catcher, is it not? Or part of the rat catcher's career tree. Then after that, it's the enemy within, Empire in Ruins. Again, this is the conclusion to the enemy within campaign, and its compendium. I wouldn't even know what to think of. I've got a funny feeling I think we should get maybe another Chaos Cults group with this, because the first one gave us Zinch. Maybe even Death and the Reich might have one. I think I'm pushing it too much there, because I think we're going to get there's going to be quite a few things, I think, within that compendium for Death and the Reich, and I'm not too sure what, to be honest. I'd love it if they did on the Death and the Reich, maybe a Slanish, Nurgle, or even Khorne Cultist group, or even Undivided, and give us some more stuff towards that sort of category. I would love the Empire in Ruins to do the same. Maybe another one of the Chaos groups. I don't know though, guys, because we don't know much about it. We don't know where it's going to be set. I would like it to, because the 5 books, if they did, there's 5 books. If they did, let's say, in the Enemy Within, Zinch, Death on the Right, let's just say Slanish, or Nurgle, or Khorne, then you could have Power Behind the Throne have one of the others. The Horned Rat could have Skaven, and the Empire in Flames could have information for the last group. But again, I think that's me being really wishful, to be honest. I would love more detailed maps. I love the maps that they've got for the starter set for Ubersreik, and also for Shadow, Enemy Within Shadows, the map for Boggenhafen, and the travel to the travelling parts, and so you get to see where some villages, towns, even some coaching inns are, guys. So I like them type of maps. I think they're great. So I'm hoping we get more of that sort of stuff. Anyway, the next sort of things that very much interest me, and again, we don't know when this is all going to be released. They say it right at the bottom, guys, that this is a list of stuff we're working on or got ideas for, but we're not telling you when they're going to be released. So I'd like to know what you sort of think. I know they've not been the best for the release dates. I'm not going to lie on that, but I still like what they're doing, and I like where it could be heading. So, Archives of the Empire, Volume 1. In a private room at the Great Hospice, a draft hand has gathered information from across the Empire. Archives of the Empire, Volume 1 has articles on halflings. Now, if it has halflings and it says the Empire, I'm hoping we get some information on the moot, not just like halflings living within, just Reichland, but I'm hoping it's all over the place. But preferably, I would love a nice little section on Mootland and the moot. I think that would be great. I would love that sort of stuff. Maybe even a little detailed map and so on. Again, this is what I think, guys. I'm not 100% sure if it will. It could just be, hey guys, here's some little extra options for hobbits. Here's a little bit more extra for this. And this is what life's like for them in the Reichland / whatever provinces they've shown so far. The dwarfs. Now, I'm hoping there's information for the dwarf holds in this. Especially the dwarf holds that are in the Grey Mountains next to Reichland. Or even some other places like in the Midland Mountains and stuff like that. I would really like information upon that. I don't know about you guys. Again, let me know down in the comments down below. And an explanation of, I'm going to butcher this, guys, I'm really sorry, Lutheran. I believe that's the Wood Elves of the Reichland, or the Wood Elves within the Empire. I'm not 100% sure. So that interests me as well. I'd like some information on the Wood Elves, expansion upon that. That would be really cool for me. Again, correct me if I'm wrong on that, guys. I'm not 100% sure. Rules for mass combat and more. So again, not too sure what else could be there. I really would like something about Bretonians living within the Empire and how their life is different and stuff like that. Even giving us maybe some information. Okay, so Archives of the Empire Volume 2. Oh, on ogres. So that'd be cool. Kind of get information. Enchanted items. Now that says to me maybe magical weapons, maybe magical rings, magical armor, relics, maybe. Oh, that's what maybe the other books could have as well, with the Middenheim and Altdwarf as well, guys. Relics, maybe some like holy relics for within the Cult of Sigmar and the Cult of Ulrich. That could be cool. But again, that seems really, that kind of interests me. But again, it's very vague there. So again, take everything I'm saying here, guys, with a pinch of salt, because I could be completely wrong when these books come out. Also, guys, a career compendium. Now that interests me because they haven't really released any other information upon careers. So expanding upon the career, which includes new options, as well as new careers for characters to pursue. New careers include Alchemist. I thought there already was an Alchemist. Doomsayer and Barbara Surgeons. Okay, so I'm kind of interested where this might go. Alongside update options on alternatives for existing careers. That interests me. Maybe they're going to expand upon the careers. Maybe make a little bit more with it. That does interest me. So obviously it's a companion thing. Maybe some more. We could have to have stuff like stuff for ogres, a better table for them. Maybe, I don't know. I'd be very interested what they do with this, because they've got a new career system. Sorry, the career stuff has changed so much since second edition. And now I'm not going to lie, I really like the first and second edition's career system more than I do fourth's. But I still like fourths. Again, let me know in the comments down below, guys. Also, I do very much like the combat system in 4/2, but again, this is of course great conversion. It seems to upset people saying that sometimes, but I find it quite easy to work out the SL system and so on. Okay, the Imperial Zoo. Now, obviously, the Imperial Zoo is, to me, is going to be a bestiary. Because the Imperial, and because it's got more information here, I got a funny feeling this book might be out sooner than some of the other ones we've just spoke about. The Imperial Zoo of Altdwarf is home. Again, actually, that's something else that could also be in the Altdwarf bit, is when they talk about the Imperial Zoo, maybe get some stats for some other creatures. Not saying too many, just some, before the bestiary comes out. So it's talking about the old world as well, so from across the old world. Now the old world is like orcs, the orc lands, if I remember rightly, is Kizav, Norska. It's a large section within the Warhammer world, because you've got Estilia, Tilia, the Dwarven main of the Grey Mountains. There's quite a few sort of areas the old world covers. That doesn't cover, though, Lustria, Uthron, and a few other places. So again, take this with a pinch of salt. I'm just hoping there's dragon ogres. That's what I really want in this. But something else I would really like them to do if they do this bestiary is, one, tell us what, how to make an enemy a little bit more powerful, or show us. So maybe have a wolf that's an alpha in the stat lines, and then show what a omega wolf stat lines are. Omega is the weakest one in the pack, so I would like to see where they go with that. Again, can't really think of much else, but it's a large bestiary. Maybe talks about some creatures, and or even named creatures. What I mean by named creatures, let's say there's a griffin like Deathclaw. Show us Deathclaw stats. stuff like that, or the certain dragon that was a nightmare for people around the certain hills. Again, where it says bestiary as well, would it have a lot of undead stuff? I don't know. I hope so, but I just don't know. But I'll be looking forward to a bestiary anyway. What creatures would you guys really like to see them come out with? Mine is definitely dragon ogres. I would love for a stats of dragon ogres, chimeras as well. I'd love them to expand upon the beastmen bestiary, so like for centaurs would be kind of cool. But again, there's so many things, so many creatures in Warhammer World, you just don't, you've got quite a few. I'd like a couple of the old ones coming back, like Zotes. If they brought back Zotes, I would just be happy. I would really be happy on that. So again, we'll see where it sort of goes. Again, different varieties of maybe same creatures. Maybe like Orc, but a black Orc. And so on. Monuments of the Empire. A short digital release expanding 6 monuments which can be dropped into any gaming campaign. Okay, so be interesting. I'm not too sure what to make of that. Also, again, I just think that's probably just short adventures or something to be dropped, you know, mate. I don't know. I really don't know what to make of that one, to be honest. One shots of the Reichland. This interests me. So this is basically adventures that are meant to only last one session, set in various buildings. Also, from the buildings of Reichland, there was a set that came out that they had some short ideas. That could be kind of cool. I suppose if you're doing like one shot sessions, some of that could be defending the farmstead. There's been a murder that night and you've got to work it out by the end of the session, otherwise you guys are accused of being the murderers. Kind of like the ideas of maybe that again, it's only me what's making these short, just quick ideas, guys. What sort of one shot adventures would you think of? Maybe someone steals something from the adventurers and they've got one session to try and find that item before maybe it disappears within the black market of the Reichland or / any part of the Empire. Then one right at the bottom. So I'm assuming this will maybe one of the last ones they release. I'm hoping not. I'd quite like it to be further up the list, but then we just don't know because they've not got these down in what orders they're going to release them. So the history and lore and practices of the magic in the Empire, the high magic of the elves, the runes of the dwarfs, expanding upon the careers of all 8 colours of, I can't pronounce that one there, guys, sorry, colours of human wizards, such as additional spells, but finally an alternative magic system is included, allowing daring creators to cast and customize their own spells and rituals. Interests me, especially considering I would like some more information on like hedge witches and witches themselves. That could easily come into the archives though, to be honest. But yes, I would like it to be in the Winds of Magic though, so it's all in one book, so it's easy to find, instead of when it gets to the point when I may have a couple of books that I'm going, which one's it in? But yeah, so that very much, again, obviously new spells for the 8 colours would be great. Expanding upon the wizard's career, that interests me quite a bit. I do think the careers themselves do need maybe a little bit more to them to make it a little bit more fun for me and stuff like that. I don't know about you guys. I'd love high elf magic, runes for dwarfs, rules of... So straight away, dwarf runesmith. That's got to be a career that's in this. It's got to be. Then they say Reichland Adventures. Now that says to me, like the Ubersreik Adventures book, they're talking about doing the Reichland Adventure books. And maybe the Reichland Adventure, so based around, set all around the Reichland. Now that's kind of cool. Again, I'd love them if they could release some maps with that. Like, I don't know, like Camperbad. Quite a few cities, even a small town, there's a little province I'm quite interested in. It's near Ubersreik. That I can't think of, but it's not got much in it. But it just seems to me like a really cool place. I'd like to start doing some adventuring of my own at some point, if they brought out some adventures near there, it'd give me an idea what that little province could be actually be like. Even though I've got my own idea, but yeah. So guys, as they said when order releases will be, they basically say it's likely to result in madness and mutations. Don't blame them. That's kind of funny to me to read. And it's also saying we've been warned. But also today, because as I said, I've filmed this video one day after, they announced Ubersreik Adventures II is available for PDF, but it's only got one adventure at this minute. Let me click actually on the Ubersreik. Let me come down here for a minute. The city is in turmoil. I don't want to read too much because it may spoil some stuff. Okay, I reckon this connects with the enemy within, or is basically after us. I don't want to go into too much detail why. So, and again, I've actually downloaded this, having a quick read of it. This adventure, I believe, is not for starting adventurers, guys. Really isn't for starting adventurers. And so I recommend not just going, oh right, let's roll up your characters and starting from this one. No, I'd recommend probably doing Ubersreik Adventures first, or at the starter set, because you get more advanced characters from the starter set than you do if you do starting characters from rolling them up. So they're also promising that, if I remember reading this rightly, every month they're going to expand upon it, and they're also going to expand a little bit more with the city as well. That kind of interests me. So yeah, but this is it's 29.99 English pounds. So I don't know what that is in dollars, and I don't know what that is in euros at this minute, because we both keep going up and down. Sometimes I'm thinking yay, and sometimes I'm like, oh my god, when I keep looking at the exchange rate at this minute. So this came out today. Now, I don't think any of that was what they were talking there, so I'm kind of happy they left that off and made it a nice surprise the day after. Again, this is just simple. It's going to be 5 new adventures alongside events of Ubersreik City, and this is set around the time period of the starter set as well, guys. So I'm really interested in seeing what the other 4 adventures are. And so yeah, let me know in the comments down below, guys. Did you buy this? If you did, let me know what you think. I quite like what I've read of it so far, but I haven't gone into it in too much depth. They are also, if I remember rightly, if you've pre-order the adventures here, yeah. So if I click there for a second, so yeah, the source of this book will be released monthly with a physical copy in the 4th quarter of 2020. Let's not go too much into that, guys. I'm not going to turn around and go, hey, that's definite. I don't know. So, but again, please, obviously this isn't the front cover, the artwork. Yes, it already says placeholder, final front cover art will follow in a later date. Anyway, guys, please let me know what you think. Are you in? Did you buy Ubersreik Adventures? If you like this, also, guys, if you like this video, please click like. I'm hoping that Death on the Reich is out soon. That's the one thing I really am hoping for. But I'm thinking June, and that might even be a bit like maybe Death on the Reich Adventure book will be released first, just before the compendium. I'm not sure. Again, I don't think that'll be physical copies. I think that'll be the PDFs, all depending on the restrictions on lockdown in certain countries at this minute, because it depends where they're getting the books printed. I don't think it's China at this minute. I think they're getting their books printed in Europe, and so there is a lockdown in a lot of countries in Europe at this second. So anyway, guys, if you've liked this video, please click like. If you'd like to subscribe, please do. If you'd like to hit the notifications, hit the notifications. Again, guys, I want to apologise for how long it's taken me to release a video. I lost a family member. I don't want to talk too much about it because it's still raw and still hurts. Please, at the comments down below, let me know what you think. Let me know what you think one of those books, what's going to be released with it. Do you agree with what I've said, or do you completely disagree? Please let me know in the comments down below. And I wish you all well. And again, guys, I was reading this from the Cubicle 7 website. I'm going to be putting a link to the Ubersreik Adventures II, which you can pre-order, and I'll be putting a link down below on how to order the Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay book from them as well. I hope you're all well, guys. I hope you're all good. Stay safe around this time period. Okay? Alright, see you later, guys. Bye.